Every sip of Coca-Cola brings you closer to the excitement of the FIFA World Cup 26. Because nothing compares to the joy. So grab a Coke and drink in the FIFA World Cup 26. No purchase necessary. 13 plus in 50 U.S. states and D.C. with a web-enabled device. Ends March 1st with 8 entry periods. Rules at cokeurl.com/soccer rules.
Hey guys, welcome back to Victory Drive. This episode I have on my good buddy Dustin Smith. We talk quite a bit about sniper school, because he's in sniper school teaching some soldiers on how to be Army snipers, and we just do some general Army B.S. and catching up, and we talk a little bit about his job as a conservation officer or DNR officer, whatever you want to call him, because each state's different, and I would call them DNR officers. I can't, so whatever, that doesn't matter, besides the point. But like I said, Dustin Smith, great guy, love having him on. He's a really good, easy guy to talk to, so hope you guys enjoy that episode. It was just a fun one to get out there. I just got done with bear camp with Hunter Hook, Michael Polite, Taylor DeLay, and Derek Verbeek. We had a great time out there. Stay tuned for that episode coming out probably next week, where we go over how bear camp has been going. And some ups and downs for sure. But mostly lots of ups, but also some downs. You guys will hear all about it in the next episode next week. So stay tuned for that as well. So that's pretty much about it. I'm on the road here, so forgive me if the sound quality isn't the best, isn't what you're used to, but I'm getting the stuff out there. I've been super fucking busy with a lot of shit in life, so good stuff, very good problems to have, but just trying to get the stuff out there for you guys and everything else. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. We'll go through some of the partners of Victory Drive. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. They are the leader of the hard side cooler game. In my opinion, the best hard side coolers out there. It's ran by a bunch of high-class outdoorsmen. So Grizzly Coolers, American made in Iowa, great brand, great coolers, great products. So check out Grizzly Coolers. Also, they make hunting blinds. If you guys didn't know that, they make really, really awesome box blinds, all one-piece molded box blind, fucking badass. So check out Grizzly Coolers if you want to get some hunting blinds or some coolers and drinkware. They make really good drinkware as well. So yeah, you can use code WCB15, I believe, for that. I don't have my notes in front of me, so just check the show notes for all the codes. You guys, I'll just go through the partners here. Check out the show notes for codes, okay? Because I can't remember them all off the top of my head. So also brought to you by Black Ovis. Black Ovis is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor hunting needs, and they also have a bunch of camping stuff, some footwear, arrows, archery equipment, shooting equipment, all sorts of shit. Check out Black Ovis. They also have really great apparel there as well. Their pants are really awesome, and all sorts of other shit. They're constantly having sales, so check out Black Ovis if you need some hunting gear for the near future. Now is kind of the time to be getting it all ready for next year. So check out Black Ovis, code in the show notes. And also brought to you by Huntworth. I put my Huntworth to great use out there in bear camp, and it held up great. Honestly, I think Huntworth, they make some of the best quality hunting garments for the money, for sure. And I was very comfortable out there. I did use some of their cold weather gear out there on the mountains. It got kind of nipply as the sun went down. So Huntworth kept me warm, kept me in the game, kept me going. Very comfortable, very affordable, very nice people behind that brand as well. So check out Huntworth if you need any hunting clothes or any of that kind of stuff for next year, and just give them a check, give them a look. They're all over the place. You can find them in most any farm and fleet store out there and everything else too. So they're all over. So check out Huntworth. Use the code in the show notes. Once again, and that's pretty much about it. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the rest of them. And so hope you guys like this episode, and we can get back to it. So thanks guys for listening. Welcome, Dustin Smith. All right, bye. Peace.
guess everything sounds good on. Yep.
What's that? Dustin
Good.
Smith. Hello. Shit. What were you saying?
I was making sure it sounded good.
Oh yeah.
On my end, I was sitting in the truck and I didn't know if the audio was good or not.
Yep. Nope. You sound good, man. Sound real good.
Okay.
Sound like over the phone interview. You know. I don't love over the phone interviews. I do like them because it's like then you don't have to drive all the way to fucking Iowa to talk, but to go all the way down there, so that's nice. But
Absolutely.
It's like the quality is only going to be as good as it can be. But we can still hear you. You still sound good enough for sure. But
good enough.
Yeah,
story of my life, good enough.
Yeah, right. So, where are you at?
Right now, I'm down at the sniper school at Camp Robinson in Little Rock.
Okay,
cool. Is where I'm at. Doing some drill time, some AT time, and just teaching.
Teaching. Cool. How long have you been doing that for then? The teaching stuff.
I think I came here sometime in like 2019 when I left the section in 2nd Battalion, and then came here, and haven't looked back. I think yesterday was my 18 years in the Guard.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome, dude. 18 years.
Doesn't seem like it.
What the hell? So what is that? Fucking 2007?
6.
Yeah. Trying to do some quick math.
I don't know. If not, I've got 19. That's even better.
Yeah, right.
So.
Yeah, because we joined pretty right around the same time. I joined in 2008 in the Guard, so man, it's kind of hard to believe that if I would have stayed in, I'd be at almost 20 years now. So
yeah, just got to get to that 20.
Yeah. So how does that work with the National Guard then? I can't really remember. You can retire at 20, but it's not like a full retirement, or?
Yeah, it's not full. And you don't start drawing it till you're sometime close to 60. I think maybe something that has to do with like your deployment time and your active duty time, your Title 10 time, stuff like that, where you can draw it maybe a little bit early before then. But it's still, you're still up in your 50s later on. So
yeah. Yeah, because I know when you're active duty, you get out after 20 years, then you start drawing your retirement immediately, right?
Yeah.
But that's also you're at the whim of the big Army, not the National Guard. At least with the National Guard, you're generally closer to home. You can have another life outside of the Army, so that's the one cool thing about being in the Guard.
Yeah, you get to go home at night.
Yeah. You get to go be Mr. Green Jeans out there.
Yeah.
You guys wear green jeans too?
Yeah,
Okay.
We do. We have, ever since I think they've always worn them. There was a time when I first started that we had tan tops. It was, I don't know, it kind of looked like park rangers. And we actually I got asked that a couple times when I was a park ranger. Luckily, we switched. We're all green now.
Nice. Yeah, this is just a funny thing. Is that like you guys get issued those? You have to wear those clothes? Is that your uniform, or is it just like, oh?
Yeah, day to day. Yeah, you're in them. We got boating uniforms and, summer uniforms, winter uniforms and stuff like that. Now, if we're out doing stuff, I don't know, the sneaky stuff, we can wear, camo and stuff like that. But whatever cool. We got to do to blend in. But yeah, you're not stuck in it every day. So there's a lot of times, like especially during turkey season, I'm in camo.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Yeah, and for everyone listening, Dustin Smith was on. I can't remember what episode number it was, but it was a ways back. You got on pretty early, so you're a DNR officer. Do you guys call him DNR, or is it?
No, game and fish.
Game and fish.
Yeah, game warden.
Okay, so you're game and fish, game warden type officer out there in Arkansas, right? That's where you're doing that in Arkansas too. So okay, so down in Arkansas doing DNR stuff, and then also you're a sniper in the National Guard, which is fucking pretty sweet. But yeah,
it's been fun. Yeah,
I can't remember because we talked quite a bit about art, because we had similar deployments. So you came in, you were actually with the unit that relieved us, correct?
Yeah, I transferred to Oklahoma to go on that deployment.
That's right.
And went with their section. And
Yes.
we swapped out with y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think we talked quite a bit about all that stuff, but I just kind of want to catch up a little bit and kind of see what you've been doing, because like the sniper instructor stuff is really interesting. So you're actually teaching sniper school then for other National Guard units?
Yeah, it's open to anybody in the Army. As far as 11B or 19 Delta, but active duty, National Guard, SF units. A lot of Ranger Battalion guys come through here. Right now, we've got, I would say the class right now, we've got 30 students on the ground right now, and half of them are Guard, and the other half's active, and a couple Rangerback guys. And I think we have 2 JTACs from the Air Force in here right now. I know we graduated one last class.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's open. It's open.
I didn't know JTACs could go through sniper school. Like, what would be the thought process behind that?
Well, I know when we were in Afghanistan, every time we went out, we had one with us.
Every time?
Every time we done,
great.
our little air assault missions and stuff, we'd have a JTAC or a ROMAD, somebody like that.
That's pretty dope.
With us. And they've done all the cool stuff too. Actually, done more cool stuff.
Dude,
but
if I could go back and do it all over again, I would join the Air Force right out of the Army, or right out of the high school, and become a JTAC.
Yes,
dude, that'd be awesome.
That would be the ticket. My nephew, he back in the winter, he was wanting to join, and I have 2 nephews, and they both wanted to join. And one was dead set on Army infantry, active duty. I was like, I understand. I mean, go do it, go get some. That's what you want to do. And the other one, he's like, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about the Air Force. I was like, yes, my man. I was like, let's talk. And we started out with the JTAC, trying to get this contract and stuff. And the swimming portion got him on the initial fitness assessment. And so EOD, he went that route. And right now, he just got done with his basic, and I think he's doing some kind of indoctrination stuff before he heads out to whatever EOD school is for the Air Force. And he's loving it. I talked to him last Sunday, and he loves it.
Well, that's not too shitty though. I mean, if you wash out of being a JTAC, then at least you got another cool job. Because when that happens in the Air Force, like, did he get a choice at the end of that, or they just put him where they needed him?
Nope, he got a choice. Yeah, before he even went to basic, he signed up as EOD. So before he had went to MEPS, and I think this is the order it went. I think he went to MEPS, got that done maybe. And then had that, I don't know if it was like their SWIC, fitness assessment, I guess, to see where they could put you. And like I said, the swimming guy, he passed everything else, all the runs and the push-ups and pull-ups and all that stuff. He's in shape, he's good, but the swimming got him. I think it was just barely. So, like, you did good enough to still stay, as far as the special warfare stuff goes with the Air Force, like, what about EOD? And he'd done all his research already. He's like, yes, I'll do EOD. So that's what he got in his contract, and he's still passing his tests and plugging right along. I think this is his last week of his NDOC stuff, and then he'll go on to, like I said, I don't know anything else about EOD as far as the Air Force goes. And they're cool. I know it's a pretty long pipeline, but
yeah,
that's what he's got going.
Yeah, I know it's long for the Army too. It's just like, there's a lot of shit you got to know about bombs and explosives and IEDs and all that stuff. And there's a lot of stuff, dude. So
there's a lot.
They want to just put you out there, be like, all right, have you seen Mission Impossible? All right, there you go. Yeah, clip the red wire every time, right? So
yeah, every time.
Yeah.
All it needs a Leatherman.
Yeah, exactly. But we went out with EOD all the time when we were in Afghanistan. They would always call us out and stuff, or security or whatnot. And man, those is some of the, I don't know. it's one thing to get in a firefight as an infantryman and be like, yeah, okay, there's the enemy, maneuver on them, do your thing, get shot at, shoot back, all that good stuff. But it's a whole nother thing to be like disarming a bomb and not knowing when it's going to go off or if it's going to go off and all that stuff. And it's like, geez, I don't know. That's a whole different ball game. Personally.
That's the thing, like where we were at, the homemade stuff that they were making, there was those giant blocks of homemade explosives, and it was, 60 to 80 pounds of HME.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but you're not going to feel it, I guess, if you mess up. But
right. Yeah, exactly.
They were huge. I know we were digging stuff out of holes that were, they were huge, like, 2-3 cinder blocks big. It's just saran wrapped explosives with a cord coming out. It's like, I don't know what to do with this. So,
yeah.
No, we accidentally, well, not accidentally, but the A&A, they didn't want to wait. We found one coming back in off of patrol, and they didn't want to wait. And we're just like, well, whatever, y'all want to put it in your truck, whatever, we can't stop you. Like, this is kind of y'all's baby now. You were in the transition of kind of turning stuff over to them. Yeah, we're not waiting. So they stuck this little guy in the hole, like another guy was like holding his feet.
Jesus.
And this guy like crawled down in the hole and like pulls it out and pulls I think they were using alternator wire as far as like setting it off.
Mm-hmm.
He just like pops it out the side. And I'm just standing there like, well, I guess this is it. It's either going to happen or it's not. He just carries it over to their truck and like puts it in the back of his truck, and we just drive on. Obviously, we put some distance between us and them.
Right.
The EOD guys were so mad when we got back and they found out about it. It's like, hey, we didn't do it. Like,
right.
We're supposed to stop them. Like, I don't know,
Yeah. Well, how are we supposed to do that?
We brought it to you.
Yeah. Tell them, like, no, don't do that. And they're like, we're going to. It's like, all right, well, whatever. Yeah. I tried.
We did tell them not to. Yeah. It's like, we tried. But, it was going to be like a 6-hour wait because they were on another call somewhere else, typical wait on EOD. But,
oh, dude, those were.
And I get it. They were busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that sucked, though. Like, whenever you had to wait on EOD and you're sitting there, you're like, come on, you fucking assholes. Let's go.
Yeah.
You're just waiting. And you're just like, at any moment now, we're going to get in. They're maneuvering on us. They're doing something. Something's going to happen here. And then a lot of times it didn't, but sometimes it did. And it's kind of like, ugh. Yeah. It's just annoying. It's like, jeez.
Yep.
It's hot.
I could be back eating chow already.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to get back late and I can't watch my porn when I wanted to. And it's annoying. It's like,
you're making a sandwich on the side. You're hoping that, KBR left something out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I don't know. There's just so many times in Afghanistan where it's just like, like just painful. Like not the, like the action part, like all that stuff, like the firefights and everything else. It's like that was like, a couple hours could go by and just feel like a few minutes sometimes. And sometimes a few minutes would feel like a few hours. But it's so weird how time went. And it's like, I felt like it was like 3 months. Like I've been in country for 3 months. I felt like 3 months took forever. And then after like 4 months, we hit 4 months and 5 months. And once you hit like 6 months in, you're kind of like, oh, okay, we're on the backside of things and things kind of start picking up. But I don't know, it's just so weird how like deployment time worked. And then, on those missions too, like where you're waiting on EOD, it's like you're waiting there for hours and hours and hours on end. And it's just like, are we ever going to get out of here? And then you're out there and it's out.
Yeah,
it's
just staring at the same hill, for hours, just sitting there looking through a scope. And
yeah, and you can't let your guard down. You don't want to like just rack out and freaking take a nap because then that's when you're going to get hit. So you're sitting there and you're trying to be diligent. And it's just like, geez, come on, guys. This is crazy. Losing my mind out here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good times, though. I never pulled any out. We did a lot of just detonate and place stuff. When we found IEDs, we'd, find them and then be like, okay, yep, that's definitely an ID. And I guess we're just going to blow it in place. So,
see, we started out doing that, but it was like something changed like in the middle of the summer. Because when we got there with y'all, it was like springtime, I think, or like late spring maybe. And, you know, it was spotting season and everything's kind of ramping up. But like as the summer went on, it was like the IEDs got bigger and bigger. And like we were getting, you know, like 80-pound freaking HME blocks. And those we couldn't blow in place. They were,
those are too big.
yeah.
Those are big.
But, you know, starting out like, 155 round. Yeah, let's just be done with it and go on. But yeah, it kind of just kept escalating. And I don't know where that came from, but they didn't like us. So.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm trying to remember. We didn't we stayed off of the main roads quite a bit. So we didn't actually like encounter a shit ton of IED stuff when we were there. We obviously hit quite a few. When I say hit, I mean not like get blown up, but we only had you know, a couple bad hits, IED hits. But most time, a lot of times, we didn't really encounter like a shit ton of, not like Iraq, you know, like in Iraq, those dudes were, you know, running into IEDs left and fucking right out there. Like it wasn't like that. It was a lot different. Like the IED threat was there, but it wasn't like the most pertinent thing to pay attention to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, and we stayed off the road quite a bit too. Like we only went on the road when we had to, as far as, you know, to try and get like up north of Charlie Company or something. And you got the one road in and one road out, and it's just, you knew it was going to happen every time. Or, you know, if it wasn't going to happen, you're going to find a hole. Or, you know, they started getting to where they were putting them in culverts whenever the construction crew come out, and like they'd just sit there and hold the construction crew at gunpoint, I guess, and throw one in the concrete, and you never seen it. And it just got to where we would look for trigger men instead, because everything was command wired. So we would just, if we thought it was an area, you know, a hot area, we'd just get out and dismounts, and normally you'd either scare the trigger man off or catch him in the act and deal with it then. But that was pretty much how that went.
Yeah, there pretty much everything that we encountered was command det. Yeah, there wasn't any like remote det stuff. Is all command wired, but they would leave them fuckers in there for a long time. So there would be really no handrails. Yeah, like they would have everything dug in, the wires brought up to whatever building they're in, and everything else, and they just let them sit and like simmer, you know, for a long time. I don't know if it'd be months or years or what, but there's some where it's like it was impossible. Like we had a couple ideas go off, and it's like we can't find the ant trail. We knew where it went, we couldn't find like the trail or anything. So there's really no way to really see it before it happens, you know, unless you see like find
the metal detectors, like, you know, it's alternator wire was what it was every time. You know, that thin little bitty tiny, you know, the metal detector's not going to pick it up.
No,
it's just, you just hope to scare the trigger man off, or like I said, deal with him when you found him, and then you find the wire and you got to start pulling it back up. It's like, how, you know, you can't. There's no way. Man, they did that one good. Yeah, it's just
and those
crafty
and all the HMEs and stuff too. It's like I always felt like it's just a ticking time bomb in itself. So you don't want to be like too rough with it because it's all homemade. You know, I don't know.
There's nothing stable about any of that.
No, I don't know shit about bombs. So I'm just like, I don't know. You shake it wrong and it fucking goes off. Like that'd suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get some, you know, uneducated man in the back of a hut somewhere that's built it. And, you know, who knows?
Yeah, they do. That's about it.
Like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. Afghanistan is a very interesting experience. Was that, so I can't, remind me, is that your only combat deployment, or did you go to Iraq and stuff too?
Yeah, I went to Iraq in 08, 09. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Africa in 16.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Africa. Was that, so that was a combat, like, deployment?
I got that tax-free money.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what matters. Yeah,
that's what matters. Anything happened? No.
Yeah. No, I never been to Africa. Well, I lied. I've been to Africa, but South Africa, and I was hunting. So, but I never been like, because you were up in
the good part.
Yeah, the good part. Yeah, yep. We'll say all the politics of Africa, I guess. But yes, the good part of Africa. You know, it's like, South Africa, that ruled. But you were up in like the Horn of Africa?
Yeah, Djibouti. That's where we were. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I knew some guys that deployed to Djibouti and stuff. Because was there an Air Force base there too?
That's a big naval base.
Naval base. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's ran by the
Pirates.
Navy, but there's a little bit of everything there. It was a big base. I don't know, there's like a couple thousand people there.
Yeah. Is that anywhere near
It was
Somalia?
big.
Or am I stupid?
It's not far because we went, like our little sniper section went down to Somalia for like 3 weeks maybe.
Oh. A little
We lucked
R&R.
out. Yeah, something like that. It was, yeah, it was something like that. But we went down there for pretty much just security for some CBs that were working on some stuff down there. And we just kind of lucked into it. They needed some people to go down there, and our section sergeant was, I guess he was in good with some people, and we wanted to get out of there and go down there anyways, but it was good. It was just a little outpost in the middle of nowhere, and we didn't shave, and we cooked our own food, so it was fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
But
That's the best.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
what was the threat like there? Was it mostly just like I don't know, gang stuff, or I mean terrorist stuff, or
Yeah, it was more terrorist stuff. We
Okay.
were just, in the middle of nowhere. I think we were, like I said, yeah, it was middle of nowhere kind of stuff. It was just be on point. Like, I wouldn't say in the bush, but it was farmish land. It wasn't just heavily populated.
Okay, because that's like all like Boko Haram territory, right?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're a legit terrorist organization, correct?
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. We actually put rounds in our guns then. So
Oh.
it wasn't like what we were doing in Djibouti. It was we
Yeah.
actually loaded them.
Right. Yeah,
So,
that'd be wild. That's the thing about Africa that I heard, because it's like you'll be dead and nothing's going on, and also out of nowhere, it's like you'll hear of a Navy, or not Navy, I'm sorry, an Army like Special Forces ODA team gets overran in some random part of
Yeah.
Africa out of nowhere. It's like nothing's going on, and all of a sudden, oh, we lost an entire ODA. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
shit, dude. That's nuts.
yeah, in a country that you never even heard the name of before. It's like,
Yeah.
what? Didn't even know we were there.
Yeah, it's weird. Africa would be so weird. I feel like it'd be really easy to get complacent there and have shit like that happen, just because it's not like like, I don't know. I'm talking on my ass because I've never been there, but I just feel like there's not like a huge threat there all the time. But when there is a huge threat there, it's like pretty bad.
Yeah, it will just come out of nowhere there in
Yeah.
a place like that. It's it's something that they'll sit there and plan for 2 years, and then they do it. They just kind of shoot it off real quick and run off, and there you are. And you're like, well,
Yep.
ain't nothing happened here in 2 years, and ain't nothing gonna happen in 2 years, and then it does.
Yeah. So how long were you there for?
9 months.
9
Yeah,
months.
it was 9 months.
Okay. So you were in Afghanistan for a year though, right?
No, we did 9 months.
9 months there too.
in that one
Okay.
too.
Well, okay. So was a year total with your pre-deployment and
Oh yeah,
post-deployment
yeah.
stuff?
Pre-mob and pre-mob, and then the deployment, and then demob. Yeah, you've got a year.
Yep.
Yeah. Each deployment, you're gonna have a year
Yep.
invested.
Yeah, that's basically what we did too. Is right around the same time frame, because. But our National Guard units, are they still doing that? Like, I guess year, but with your training and stuff, or did it get cut down to 6 months?
Well, as far as I know, it's still
Is it?
9 months. So I think Arkansas had some guys that had went. They just got back like a couple months ago, and I want to say they were out for about a year, but just 9 months in country.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
for some
I
reason,
think they're still doing that.
for some reason, I thought that the regular Army went down to like 6 month deployments, depending on what they're doing. But I can't
Yeah,
remember
like
now.
cooler if they did.
I know it's a lot shorter. I mean, a year gets pretty long, dude. That's a long ass time. It's like,
It's a long time.
yeah, it's a long time away from your family and stuff for sure. But I don't know. I
That's
guess
the thing. The African deployment, they didn't throw in any leave, so like you're there the whole time.
Oh, really?
Just, yeah, Iraq, Afghanistan, like we were, you you're blocked 2 weeks and
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in there at some point. But Africa, we didn't. I don't know. I don't ask questions. So
That's kind of messed
just
up,
go on
dude.
and do it. But yeah, nobody got leave.
Damn.
So
Did you guys do anything
Yeah.
for R&R, or was Djibouti kind of considered like just, I don't know. Did you go to like a little spot to like relax a little bit, or was it just pretty much the same shit the whole time?
yeah, I mean, other than going to Somalia, we never left.
Yeah, that was
We
your
went
R&R.
out. That was it. Yeah,
That's fucking.
go play softball.
Yeah.
But we would go. We had like a little training site on the beach, like an hour north from where we were at, and I think it was north. I don't know, an hour away somewhere. We would go out there and do some training, and then hang out kind of on this beach. It was like French controlled, and we would hang out there and swim around and whatnot. But yeah, it was about the extent of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I went to Kuwait too, and that was 9 months of basically R&R, I guess. Just in a different country.
oh, you did 9 months in Kuwait?
Yeah, dude. That was
Eesh.
oof, that was worse than Afghanistan. I didn't have to worry for my life,
I'd say that.
but
That one would be monotonous.
oh my god, it was the worst, dude. We were that was when I had to switch to artillery. When I went active duty, but
Yeah.
we would I mean we spent most of the time in Arifjan, which wasn't too bad. That base is pretty decent.
Yeah.
We did spend like a month in Camp Buring, and that was just a shithole. It's just sand, dude. Sand and freaking
Yeah.
tents. Like, that was terrible. But it's just so boring is the thing. We were quote unquote QRF, so we would do 24 hours on our hot schedule, so we'd have to go patrol around the base like 3 times a day or 3 or 4 times a day. Or I think it's like 3 times during the day and 3 times at night or something stupid like that. I can't remember exactly what the schedule was, but we would drive around our Humvees and drive the fence and be like, yep, still a fence. Cool. And then we'd see some camels and stuff that got a little too close to the fence. We have to go yell at them like, get out of here, But we did stop it like during camping season. So in Kuwait they have like the locals do like camping season where they all leave the city and go out in the desert and just tent. And we stopped at a few of those places with our interpreter and stuff. And we actually had a guy that spoke Arabic in my platoon, so he would act as our interpreter half the time too. But we would go over and I rode a camel when I was out there. That was pretty dope. Rode a random horse for a little bit. That was pretty cool. Like we did some like weird stuff out there like that. Like we'd just stop and talk to some people and be like, hey, can I ride your camel? Like, yeah, get on. I'm like, sick. That was kind of cool. But also Arifjan had like the zone we were in had like 3 pools and 3 gyms.
Wow.
It was ridiculous, dude. We halfway through we were allowed to wear civilian clothes if we weren't on shift. It was weird. It was a really weird time, but it's so boring. It was like the most boring 9 months of my life. I did get like extraordinarily jacked though, because we had nothing
That's
better
true.
to do than work out. So
all the time. Yeah. That's how Africa went. Yeah. I
Yeah.
got strong there.
oh yeah, that ruled. That was pretty nice. It was also one of those things where I knew that when I got home, I was not going to keep up with that. So like, I just enjoyed it while I had it. So like, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah, it's hard to eat 4 meals a day and work out twice a day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, I mean, I was going and eat midnight chow and everything, dude. I was like, this is fucking so funny. Such a funny time.
Pasta Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, yeah. Surf and turf Fridays. That was nice. We'd have these, beef jerky steaks and some weird lobster tails. That was kind of nice.
That steak was trash.
It
I don't
was
know
so
where
bad.
they got it from.
I don't know either. It was so
It
bad.
sounded good on paper, but my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it did the job, I guess, but yeah, it was not good. It was like halfway powdery on top. It's so weird. But yeah, I don't know. So we were talking about sniper school and stuff. But
Yeah.
so how many sniper schools are there in the U.S.? Like, there's the one that you're at. Is there one in Benning?
Yep. The
Okay.
active duty school there at Benning.
Okay, and then the one in Arkansas is it always ran by National Guard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You got your full time National Guard guys here, the AGR guys,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's about 6 of us that are M-Day, that are on drill status that work here,
Okay.
and we just rotate. We do our drills quarterly, so we'll come in while the class is on the ground, and then we'll come in and do some of our drill dates for the quarter, plus like some AT days. So I'm here for 10 days right now, and I'll come back later, like sometime later on in the next quarter.
Oh, okay. So instead of doing it 1 week in a month, you're doing like a week and a half every quarter.
Yep.
Okay. That's not too bad though.
No, it's good. You're not sitting there dreading drill every month.
Yeah.
So
is it kind of fun though? Like, it seems like it'd be a little bit more enjoyable than just going to drill.
this is the best job I've had in the Guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll stay here and do this till they run me off.
That's awesome. Are you gonna stay in longer than 20 if you get to keep doing that?
Yeah, probably.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm still going like I am now and everything's good. Yeah, I'll stay here until they make me leave.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't sound too bad.
No, then I'll probably get out. It would be hard to go back to a line unit or a section now.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
After doing all this.
You've seen the greener grass on the other side. So
yeah.
Yeah,
if I was younger, yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't mind going back, especially like to hop on another deployment, but it's different. Yeah, I never had a family then. Having a family now, it's a little tougher to leave.
Mm-hmm. So are you non-deployable status since you're doing that?
Yeah, because it's so we're part of the Regimental Training Institute, so it's it's all non-deployable.
Okay. And is there a set timeline for you while you're doing it? Like, is it generally like a couple of years, or is it you can stay on as long as you basically want to?
Yeah, as long as I think you're still knocking out some good NCOERs and still in good shape, still passing your PT test and stuff, and no one's complaining on you. Yeah, you could probably stay here as long as you wanted. I'd say.
Dude. What the fuck is going on over there?
It's starting to rain.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it sounds like hail, dude.
Yeah, it's starting to come down pretty good.
Jeez, it's real loud.
Got an awning over here. I'm gonna try and pull up in it.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Sounds a little better. It sounds better.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Hopefully I don't lose service.
It's really coming down out there.
There we go. Yeah, can you still hear me?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it sounds a lot better now. Oh. Well, fuck. Now I lost you.
No, it was. Oh. I guess I got close enough to the building that hooked up to my headphones.
Oh. All right. Jeez. Yeah, dang technology, dude. Here we go.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how it's connecting through that, but I guess they're still on. I just got back from the gym, so yeah, they're still on. I never could turn them off.
Okay. Nice. All right. Yeah, cool. So, your sniper. So, what do you do, like when you're there for the 10 days? Do you have specific like classes you're going over? Or are you just helping the AGR guys, or what does like a normal day drill, I guess, kind of look like when you're a sniper instructor out there?
Yeah, just whatever part of the class that you jump in on. Like right now, what we've got going on. They started their target detection classes. Let's see, what is today? Tuesday? Yeah, so this morning we had our TD class, and then we started doing the practical exercises. they'll get, 5 or 6 of those before we start doing the actual graded event. And the TD stuff or the target detection stuff is, everybody gets online and you've got your binos and your spot and scope, and us instructors have already set in 10 different military, I guess, type style items in an area. And we've got the grade sheets, there's a picture of the area that they're looking at, and they've got to get on there. They've got to look, you get 10 minutes on the left, 10 minutes on the right, 10 minutes to roam around. And they got to try and find 7 of the 10 to pass. And, they've got to describe it on their paper, on their grade sheet, draw a picture, mark where it's at. Like the picture that they've got, it's a grid system. So they've got to place on there what it is they think they see, draw it out, color, shape, size, and what it is. And so we'll be doing that for the next few days. Tomorrow we do start movers. So we're going to be shooting movers with the Mark 22. That's what we're going to go with.
Okay.
And we'll have the classroom stuff on that. And we'll start shooting probably Thursday. I think we've got a range late on Thursday.
Okay.
So they'll start shooting movers out to 600. I think is how far we're going to shoot.
That'd be fun. How fast are they moving?
It's just a steady walk.
Okay.
You get the guys in the pits with the sticks, and the target's pretty small. It's supposed to represent the side profile of, waist up of a guy walking. So it's not a very big target.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a steady, everybody's online walking at the same pace. You go down 4 steps, turn around and come back 4 steps. And I think they got to get 2 shots off.
Okay, so you got dudes down in the berm walking these targets?
Yeah, down in the pits on the known distance range.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah,
they're back behind a berm. Yeah, they're not just out roaming.
Don't shoot me, please.
We're not that good.
Yeah, so. Right. No,
it's all controlled and safe. How the Army is with safety and all that good stuff. So, there's no chance of anybody getting hit. But they're behind some giant berms, and it's pretty long sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I guess that's like the sniper version of a Nick at Night, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't even do those anymore.
Yep.
But it's not like a Full Metal Jacket when they're crawling underneath the barbed wire getting shot at, over top with machine guns and shit, So, but anyways.
I still remember that. Yeah, I hadn't forgot that. That was, but I don't think they do that anymore.
I don't think so. No, but so I mean that's pretty cool. I do want to ask, I guess, because when I was in the Army, we had a sniper. I was not a sniper, but we had this. I was in the reconnaissance platoon. We had snipers with us, but have the weapon systems changed? Can you give us a rundown on the weapon systems that they're currently employing in the Army now?
Yeah, since from when you were in recon, they've changed a couple times.
Have they?
Yeah, because then it was just the M24 and the 110s. And then the M24 got replaced with the 2010, which is the 300 mag.
Yeah, we did get that towards the tail end of our deployment.
You got that at the end? Yeah, because we didn't get it. We got it right before we left Shelby to come replace y'all, literally a week before. Some guy in civilian clothes showed up with 4 cases.
Yeah.
4 Pelican cases, and was like, here's these. What do we do with them?
We fucking shoot them.
We didn't know anything about them. Yeah, it was a different kind of reticle. Everything was different, and
because they had the horse
so we had to figure them out.
Yeah.
So it was it was all mill. Adjustments were mill. No more MOA stuff, and it was different. And we went from that to the Mark 22. I think we've been in. So Barrett won the contract to replace the M2010. And have you seen those yet? The Mark 22s?
No, I haven't actually.
So they're pretty sweet. It's a pretty good concept. You can change out the barrel. It's a chassis style rifle, and you keep the same optic, you keep the same chassis, the same trigger. You just change out the bolt face and the magazine and the barrel. and you can go from the barrels that we have 7.62, 300 Norma mag, and then 338 Norma mag. And we don't have ammo for the cool stuff, but we just have 7.62 right now. But we've all shot the Norma. It's that Norma's amazing.
It's a beast.
But it is like that 300 Norma is like a laser. It's crazy. But we're just shooting the 308 barrels here. But that's the bolt gun that we've got now. You know, it's got a loophole on the top of it.
So does it? You said it's a chassis style rifle. Does it look similar to the 2010? Is it like
kind of?
Yeah,
it's kind of the same.
Okay.
Same concept, except these are all tan, and the other one was black, and this one's a little bit heavier. But especially when you put that Norma barrel on there,
No, I bet.
it gets heavy. But and then you slap an anod on the top of that, it gets heavy. Then you add your SLX on the top, and it starts weighing a lot. But it's worth it once you start shooting it.
Oh, I bet it's just a beast of a round, honestly. So you're talking 760 by 54, right? Is that right? Or is it 52? Yeah. Just your 308.
Yeah, the 308.
Yeah. Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So okay, but so did anything else change? You guys still have the M24?
No, those are gone. Went away. Yeah, we took them to Afghanistan because we had somebody, I don't know, some general or something somewhere to sign off that says we can still keep them for that deployment. And then we got back and turned them in. And outside of like the couple that we have here at the schoolhouse, and it's like another one of my buddies has one that he bought whenever Remington was selling them. I've not really seen that many since then. But,
damn, I know a couple boys that are pretty butthurt about that. I have a couple friends that love that rifle.
Oh yeah, I carried one a lot. Sometimes I would pick it over the 2010 just because it was easier to carry. And yeah, I liked mine.
Yeah,
we got pretty close.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, they're nice. I don't say it's just a Remington 700 platform rifle, but I mean, I don't know, just they all shot really well with them. You know, it's just it was very similar to like your more hunting rifle, I guess. So maybe it's just a comfort thing more than anything. But yeah, those are sick. So the 110s, are those still around? Or are those gone too?
No, we've still got those.
Still got the 110s.
I don't see those going anywhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I mean, those are pretty sick too, but it seems like I run like the 24 better. And then you still got the 50 cal. Still got the Barrett 50 cal out there.
Nope. Those so the deal with these the Barrett Mark 22s was when we start that 338 Norma mag is kind of like what would replace the application for that Barrett, the 50 cal. So
damn,
we kept. I know, I was sad. I really liked the Barrett 50.
Yeah, I think it was sick.
We had to turn most of those into. We've still got a few for just demo stuff, but but no, we don't. We don't have any more 50 cal quals or anything like that anymore.
Damn, well, that's kind of sad, dude. It kind of breaks my heart a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I used one of those quite a bit over there too. I really liked it. It was just, it was a pain in the butt to get it up to the top of a mountain somewhere, but once you did, it was fun.
Yeah, we used them a lot for base defense for sure, and they were
it was good for that. Yeah, you put one of those through a motor and like the car stops.
Yeah. Do you watch a lot of you ever watch like gun YouTubers?
Every now and then.
So
I don't know. I just kind of get sad when I do. There's a lot of bad information out there.
There's a lot of bad information out there, but some of them are kind of interesting. Like Brandon Herrera, he just finished it. He's been doing it for trying to build this AK-50 for the past like 8 years or something like that. I think I just watched that video, and that was pretty interesting how he built a AK 50 cal AK. So I mean, I
could watch that. Yeah, I could get behind that.
Yeah, it's not like the thing that I like about it is that he's not trying to teach you anything really. He's just like, look at this ridiculous thing I built, and it took me so long to build it, but I'm super happy about it. It's like
and it works.
Oh,
like it actually operates.
Yeah, it does. It took him, like I said, he explains it all in that video and stuff. But yeah, by the time he was done, they shot. They're doing mag dumps with 50 cal out of this ridiculous AK that shoots 50 cal, and it is absolutely ridiculous. There's really no use for it besides the fact that it's cool. But it's.
No, I'll definitely be looking that up. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, it just took me back to like kind of shooting the barracks. I mean, it's a semi-automatic 50 cal, so I mean it cycles very similarly, but it does. Yeah. It looks like an AK and it functions like an AK. It's just gigantic. But I don't know. I really enjoyed shooting that Barrett. That was fun.
Yeah, I did. I really liked it. I don't know. If anything, it was the intimidation factor when you start slinging those giant bullets at people. It just, I don't know. If you don't hit them, it'll scare them and they'll run off.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it didn't. Between that, like just something about the 50 cal when it starts ripping, whether it's the Modus or the Barrett, like that 50 cal just sounds different. It's like, oh
yeah, there's
shit.
no other sound like it.
There isn't. There really isn't. I've never been on the receiving end of one, but I can about imagine it sounds scarier and shit on the other side.
Yeah, well, those Dishkas, they sound pretty mean. We got on the receiving end of one of those.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
they sound pretty mean.
A lot of the Dishkas that they shot at us, they didn't function properly or something. Like there's this one guy.
No, they only get like a few shots off.
Yep. Yeah. But there's this one guy in Najil. I think they called him, what'd they fucking call him? One Shot Willie or something like that. He had a he had a dish out there that he must not have had linked ammo for because he only shot one shot at a time, and he'd like just shoot it. He'd just shoot it in a Geo. I don't know if he just had it sitting up there in some makeshift tripod, and he'd shoot like a handful of rounds like every night. And they were like, God dang it, fucking old One Shot Willie out there fucking shooting his dishka that isn't linked. He's just it's just. One shot at a time. No, it didn't hit. No, didn't ever hit anything. But there's like, God dang it, dude! Seriously, like, just shut up. We're trying to sleep. And they got to go mount their guns and shoot across the canyon at them, and then they got to play the game all over again tomorrow. I don't know if they ever killed him or not, but they annoyed the shit out of those dudes.
He was still there when I was there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
What did you guys call him?
Why, the Dishka guy.
The Dishka guy.
Yeah.
Dishka Dan. Yeah. I bet you I bet you he's still alive. He's still out there.
He's probably still up there just waiting for more targets to miss.
He's probably shooting at fucking Taliban. He's like, I don't know. I just like shooting at people with this thing. I never killed anyone, but I like shooting at them. He's like, I'm just going to keep doing this till I'm dead. This is awesome. Yep. As long as I can get.
Waiting on the Russians to come back.
Yep. As long as I can get one Dishka round every time. Because those were 51 caliber, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just a little bit bigger than our 50 cals.
Yep.
Yep. So he just says, as long as you can keep getting them, he's going to keep shooting them. That fucking asshole. That was funny. Yeah, but I don't know. So we weren't really on the like threatening side of the receiving end of a Dishka too many times. Doab was one. Like they had all sorts of shit out there, but that's just a different
I remember
scenario.
hearing about that. I remember hearing about that shit show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. I mean, definitely things we could have done better probably that didn't involve flying in the middle of the day, but it is what it is.
Yeah, in a valley.
Yeah. None of us died, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
But I mean, in hindsight, great success, but also in hindsight, maybe could have been done better.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. It seems like it's just kind of like it happened, and everyone's like, we got to go do this thing. And everyone's just like, roger that. All right, here we go. Fuck it. All right. And then turns out all the intel's right. And
yeah, they were there.
They were there. They were ready. They were ready.
They were ready.
And then I can't remember how long it was, like 10, 12 hours, something like that. I can't remember. It was a long ass time. Actually, I think it was longer than that. I think we got there, and it was like 1 or 2, and then it was probably right around 12 to 13 hours or so that were before we got into the district center. So
yeah,
but we had JTACs then, and that ruled because they had AC-130s. You ever seen an AC-130 start shooting off?
No, we never did get to use one. There was only a couple times they were on station when we were doing stuff, and it would be a time when nothing happened. So yeah, we never got to use. We used everything else that flew.
Yep.
But that we never got to use.
Yeah, that was the only mission we ever used them, and I think there's only 2 in Afghanistan as a whole when we were there, and we at one point in time that night we had both of them in the air at the same time. So that was pretty wild, just making left turns up there, turn the whole mountainside to fire. It was nuts. But those JTACs were legit.
Yes, that is probably why that little mission there is probably why we took one every time we went out.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I think I remember when we were ripping out, I think I remember hearing like a conversation between you guys and our guys, and they're like, take a JTAC every time you can. I think I remember hearing that conversation happen because, man, we had JTACs here and there, but that mission we had 2 JTACs with us, and man, if we didn't have them, I don't know, it would have been different probably.
Yes.
So I can't remember.
Yeah, there was a couple times with us that they definitely got us out of some hairy situations.
Yeah. Yep. Especially if they're good, if they're real legit. Because we had, I think our thought process more or less was the fact that we had a bunch of FOs that were JFO qualified.
Yeah.
So we really don't need JTACs, I guess, necessarily all the time. And then after DOAB, it's like, geez, yeah, that was nice. Because they just had all the authorization. They were allowed to do a lot more shit than JFOs are,
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, it was, man. Yeah, I think back on that, I can't remember his name. I think it was Travis or Tavis Delaney. I think was the the ranking JTAC there. And I think he got the Silver Star. For DOAB, yeah. We're seeing that. I'm like, nice, good for him.
I think we had a couple that got Bronze Stars with the Bs that were with us, but I don't think anybody got a Silver Star.
Yeah, no one in our unit got a Silver Star, but he did from the Air Force.
Yeah.
We had
I was gonna say, the JTACs. Yeah, I was gonna say, none of us got Bronze Stars either. It was it was all the JTACs getting the cool stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I think we had a few people in my platoon get Bronze Stars. Well, obviously our lieutenant and our platoon sergeant, they got Bronze Stars because everyone that's above the rank of E6 gets a Bronze Star for deploying. But my platoon sergeant and we had a couple snipers get Bronze Stars with the V device from that deployment too. I got an RCOM. That's pretty cool. I got an RCOM and an AAM.
Yes.
Yeah. I think my squad there I think he put all of us in for Bronze Stars, and then they all got shot down to fucking RCOMs and AAMs. So I was like, sick.
You bet. Yeah, just shotgun blast that thing. Maybe one of them will stick.
Thanks. Thank you, Captain. Fucking douche. Whatever. Yeah, I did not like our company commander very much. He's not a cool dude. He was our FOB mayor, if that tells you anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We looked at with some good ones. Like even the BC was good. They supported about everything we did. It was good. Yeah.
Our battalion sergeant major was the shit. He was awesome. I think he got his star on his CIB from Afghanistan. And
oh gosh, yeah, he's been around a while.
Oh yeah, like he was 80s. I think he was in the 82nd Airborne before that. Like when he was a young man, and I'm pretty sure he jumped into Grenada back in the day during that whole thing. So he had mustard stand on his jump wings and all that good shit. He's pretty decked, but he was a beast. He's also I think he was Iowa State Patrol or something like that. He's a cop in Iowa City area. So, but he was cool. He's cool as fuck. That dude is awesome. Yeah, he's very supportive. very good guy. But yeah, anyways, I do. So I want to talk a little bit about do you have any cool DNR stories? That's one thing I want to talk about while you're here.
I probably should have sat there and thought about that before I called you. On the spot, I don't know. I mean, I can't really think.
Oh.
It's kind of all blends together between that and state police. It's just all kind of a blur.
Oh, because you're doing state police stuff too, huh?
No, I did that before.
Oh, you did that
Fish.
before. That's
yeah,
right.
I did that for 6 years.
Oh, that's right.
I think before I went to Game and Fish.
Yeah, now you're doing fun stuff. You didn't do anything cool during turkey season? Like no one shot someone anything?
No, we had a good turkey season. It was, from our standpoint, I guess you could say, as far as game, no one else thought it was a good year, but it was good for us as far as busy work. There's quite a few bait sites and out of season stuff. I know our district as a whole done really well as far as enforcement. So, but yeah, sitting on bait sites and waiting for guys to come in, that's always fun. But when they do come in,
baiting turkeys. I never even heard of someone baiting a turkey. That's weird. You
should come to Arkansas. They do it.
That's a weird thing. So, can you bait deer in Arkansas?
Oh yeah,
you can.
You can bait deer. Yeah,
but you can't bait turkeys.
Yeah, that's just turkey. And you can, if you've got a farm, you can bait all you want.
Oh,
but you can't hunt it. So if you don't turkey hunt, you want to keep feeding your deer through the year, as long as you're not in a CWD zone, because there's restrictions on baiting. Like in Arkansas, CWD, you can bait. You can only bait from like 1 September to December 31st. And then after that, you can't bait. Technically, if you're trying to feed deer, you can't. So, but if you're not in a CWD zone, you can just keep feeding like all you want. But for turkeys, you can't hunt anywhere around it. So if there's bait there, and right now there's no set distance on it as far as like, if there's bait on that farm and you set up and the turkeys are going to it, I mean, potentially it just depends on how the judge goes, but you can get a ticket for it.
But, okay, so in Arkansas, you can hunt over bait during deer season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
But you cannot hunt over bait during turkey season.
Correct.
Why? Is it just because the turkey population and stuff, and they don't want to kill too many turkeys, or?
Yeah, it's way too easy.
It is. I mean, I do agree with that for sure, 100%. Because turkeys are
another issue.
Kind of dumb.
And they love corn and they love milo and
they do
all the good things. But and another problem with that, like especially getting towards the end of turkey season, and you've got bait out, and you're actively baiting turkeys, they're going to keep coming there every day.
Mm-hmm.
Predators, other than people, know that turkeys are going to be coming there every day. So you got your coyotes, you got your coons, and a hen's not going to nest too far away from where she's been eating for the last 3 months. So
right, that makes sense.
She goes and lays her eggs, 50 yards from a corn feeder, and you got 10 coons that come in there every night. Eggs are gone. Coyote eats the hen. I mean, yeah, it's just don't bait turkeys.
Nope. No. That makes sense. I didn't even think about it like that, but that does make a lot of sense. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. I never even thought about, because in Iowa, you can feed deer all year round, and as long as there's no restrictions on feeding deer, as long as you're not, if you're during like hunting season and stuff, you can't hunt over it, obviously. But I think I'm trying to remember. I think we put the DNR, because there was a really high profile case. There was this huge buck that got killed in Iowa, and someone turned him in for baiting because he had a mineral site out there, but he was hunting on like the other side of the farm or something like that, and he shot this big buck, and it wasn't even going to mineral site or nothing. It at a time when deer aren't, like, bucks aren't necessarily hitting mineral sites a whole lot, during deer season.
Yeah.
And he shot this big buck, and they got turned in for hunting over this mineral site and whatnot. He took it to court, and he ended up winning, which is cool. But then they put in because at the time there's no, like, it's just like, hey, you can't hunt over bait in Iowa, but you can feed deer and have mineral sites out. You just can't hunt over them. So they didn't really specify what hunting over it was. So I think they put a restriction on it and said, like, within 200 yards of it, basically. So
there's some states that do that with their turkeys during turkey season with bait. There's some states, like, don't quote me, but I think Oklahoma, as long as you're not within 100 yards of the bait, you're good. Some states are 200.
Okay.
I know it's getting proposed to the commission in Arkansas as far as putting an actual, numbered distance on it, but I haven't heard if it passed yet or not.
Gotcha. I mean, that'd just clean up a whole lot of mess, honestly, when it comes to the regulations and reading the regulations and all that stuff. That's one thing I wish that the states, because it's not up to Game and Fish to necessarily write the regulations. It's up to, like, like, you guys as officers aren't writing the regulations necessarily.
No, absolutely.
It's above
absolutely
you.
not.
That's the state.
Yeah, that's why we've got a commission. Yeah, that's why we've got a board.
Yep. I just wish they would make certain things much more clear. Like, I think Iowa does a pretty good job, but sometimes you're reading through the regulations and you're like, son of a bitch, like, what does this mean? Like, what do you mean by this? And they're like, well, it's kind of officer discretion at that point. It's like, what?
Yeah, you figure it out.
What? Yeah, so you want me to try it and see? You're like, that's crazy. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Let a judge figure it out later. It's just.
Yeah.
But then it changes, you'll have it figured out. You'll have the regs figured out. And then, the next year it changes and you didn't know about it. And there you are.
Right. So. Yeah. Cause in Iowa, we went from, for gun season, we were straight walled only. Like, well, it was shotguns only, like shotgun slugs only. And then they introduced straight walled cartridges. And I think there's some confusion behind that because then they just made it so it's like, all right, it's just a caliber restriction. So we're not even considered like a straight walled state anymore. It's just a caliber restriction. So from like 35 to 50 is the span. So you can hunt with a 35 Whalen, which is a bottleneck cartridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can hunt with you can hunt with a 375 H&H. You can hunt with the 416 Rigby if you want to. So, but you can't hunt with obviously like a 30-06 or 300 Win Mag. But so I think we
Arkansas, that's on the proposal too, as far as being able to use those during muzzleloading. They had a big statewide survey not long ago about just a discussion on it about allowing straight walls to be used during muzzleloading. So, like I said, I don't know if that's passed or not, but a lot of people like the idea of it.
Yeah. Do you guys have a rifle season, like a regular, like just centerfire rifle season, don't you?
Yeah, most of the state does. Once you get more towards East Arkansas, where it flattens out and you've got the Delta, you can't use the centerfire. The safety issue, kind of the same reason why, y'all can't up there where it's kind of flat, crop ground, big giant open fields and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's kind of the same deal. They have a shorter shotgun or muzzleloading season for their, quote unquote modern gun. And they're trying to get that changed to where you could use a straight wall during that, and during the rest of the state's muzzleloading, you can use a straight wall. But it's not, like I said, it's not passed.
Interesting.
So they're talking about it. So
that'd be interesting. 'Cause in Iowa, it's just during late season, so it goes archery, and then the first weekend of December, first, second, and third weekends of December is gun season. So it's first season and second season, and it's shotgun slugs into the caliber restricted rifles. But then in muzzleloader season, you can hunt with your regular muzzleloaders, and that's black powder or smokeless powder, and you can hunt with a bow again, and you can hunt with handguns. So during our late season or late muzzleloader season stuff. So I think with handguns, like it's the same concept where, you know, if it's 30, I think it's 35 to 50 again. So you can use like a Smith and Wesson, you know, 500, like a 500 Smith and Wesson or a 460 Smith and Wesson or something like that if you wanted to, or you could also go all the way down to like a, you know, a 357 Magnum or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like as long as the barrel's under 10 inches, I think, something like that.
Yep. And pretty sure, I don't know if there's I'm pretty sure it can't have anything like. So the gray. Oh shit! What?
Like no optic on it.
Yeah. No, you can have an optic on it, but so there was like a weird gray area because you know when those AR pistols started getting popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are technically pistols, right? So some people were getting smart and they'd put like basically a short barreled 450 Bushmaster upper on their AR and they'd have like that you know, that arm brace on it. So they were using just shorty ARs out there with 450s on them and calling it a, you know, a pistol. It's like, okay,
good for them.
All right.
I mean,
Hey, you're right. I get what you're doing. Dude. I really do. But that's the kind of shit that gets like that gets those gray areas really like darkened. Oh yeah. You know, or you get
clouded.
Yeah, you get a couple DNR officers, because up here we call them DNR, but you get a couple DNR officers that see that and they're like, that's not right. We shouldn't be doing that. And then, you know, then a regulation comes out and, you know, who knows where that snowballs into. But yeah, I know. There's plenty of times where I'd be out sitting during late muzzleloader season. I just hear boom, 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 boom. Like, what the fuck? Is this dude carrying like
not a muzzleloader?
Yeah, like is this dude out there carrying like 5 or 6 muzzleloaders around with him at all times? This is nuts. You know? Yeah. I mean, because that's the other thing. I called my DNR one time because I was like, hey, during muzzleloader season, how many can I have? He's like, what? I'm like how many muzzleloaders can I carry with me? He's like, I guess there's not a limit on how many you can carry. I'm like, sick. All right, thank you. Yeah. So
I tote 5 of them things up in the stand.
Yeah, so I did go out with like my buddies on my shoulder and then carrying mine. Like I'm going straight Patriot style on these deer, dude. I'm gonna hide this one behind this deer. You know?
Mel Gibson stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide this one behind this tree and run from tree to tree shooting deer like the redcoats, you know?
Yep.
But then I just started thinking like I'm just gonna get a handgun. Hunt with that. That'd be fun.
That's one thing I've not killed a deer with yet is a handgun.
Yep.
I keep saying I'm going to, but I tried it once a long time ago. I had a 45 and took it out. Like I said, it was a long time ago. There's 2 does come out. I pulled down on one at 20 yards. I shot and she just looked at me, and I shot again and she just looked at me again and went back to eating. And I was like, well, I'm not doing this. So
I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I thought I was pretty good with a pistol, but I don't know. There's something about that. I didn't get anywhere close to her, and I was like, well, and I never tried it again.
That's funny. So I think next year I go out, I'm going to use my 450 Bushmaster just because I bought it, and I'm like, oh, I should probably take it out and hunt with it. So next year I'm going to go out with my 450, but I'm telling you, real soon here, probably the year after or something like that, I'm going to hunt with a handgun for sure. For sure. That's one thing. Like I've been really getting into handgun shooting lately, just out like at my house and stuff, and just training with my handgun. Just because I conceal carry quite a bit, and I just feel like it's one of those things where I want to be as proficient as possible with my my carry gun.
Absolutely.
You know, if I'm carrying it around, I want to be as proficient as possible. So I've been training a lot with that, and I just like shooting. 9mm is super cheap, so it's cheap and easy to shoot. Yeah, my wife likes to shoot handguns quite a bit, so we've been training together quite a bit in the past year or so, at least, or maybe more actually, and getting really into handgun shooting. So I'm just like, man, I really want to get into handgun hunting because there's not a lot of dudes out there running around with handguns and doing and like really doing that, you know. So
yeah, that's rare. I've never checked anybody deer hunting with a handgun.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to turn into, you know, just Jake the handgunner guy. Just call me the handgunner. You know.
Yeah, you have to get one of those big old Ruger long barrel 44 mag.
Yeah, right. Dude, they make some handguns that are bolt action with like 6.5 Creedmoor and shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Mm-hmm.
Savage makes one. I know Remington's got one. And then you got your custom jobs, but yeah, I've seen those before.
I really want to get a Thompson Center freaking Contender though.
Oh yeah, the Contender. Yeah, I was trying to think of the name what those were, but yeah.
They have the Contender, and I think is the Encore. It was the next one. Then they had the Contender. I think it's called the G2, which is just the version 2 Contender, basically. But I really want a Contender.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at it. Well, actually, let me think here. Yeah. By the time this episode comes out, that episode would have already launched. So I'm going to talk freely. So you don't know this yet because this episode has not. Okay, so Podcast Land. I'm recording this episode on the. What day is it today? The 14th?
Today is the 14th
of
May.
And it's Tuesday, 15th, 16th. So on the 16th, I'm dropping an episode with Greg Ritz. And it's already happened. So everyone listening to this right now has already listened to it. And they're like, all right, yeah, whatever, Jake, I already listened to it. Yeah, okay, I'm tracking the podcast. talking to Dustin. He doesn't know this yet. But Greg Ritz, he bought Thompson Center and he's bringing it back. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, he got it again.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
So he's bringing it back. He was the president and CEO of Thompson Center before, and then Smith & Wesson bought him out.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, and then Smith & Wesson bought him out, and then they did it for a little bit, and then they put it on the shelf and let it sit and didn't do nothing with Thompson Center. So Greg was talking to one of his friends, and they decided, like, hey, let's talk to Smith & Wesson and get Thompson Center back. So they did, and Smith & Wesson sold it to him. So he's bringing Thompson Center back. So that means all those goodies are going to come back into production. So that means the Contenders and Encores and all that good stuff, they're all going to come down in price again. So hopefully, at least. Good. Because they're going to start putting more and more out there. So obviously, the reason why they're so fucking expensive right now is because they stopped making them. So it's a limited supply. There's no more supply. It's a limited quantity out there, but they're going to start supplying again. So hopefully that price comes down and I can get my hands on a sick Contender. And I want to get it in 35 Wayland real bad. And that's what I'm going to use.
What optic you going to put on it?
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far. I'll probably talk to Michael Winicky at Loophole and see when they're gonna come out with handgun optics again besides a red dot. But I might just rock a red dot on it for a while, honestly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
No, I mean I can shoot when I had a CCO on my M4 and I could shoot that fucker out, 500-600 yards, no problem. So I can shoot pretty far with just a red dot as long as you shoot it a lot, So
yeah, where that drops at.
Yeah, exactly. So I might just rock a red dot on it for a while at least, and then see if Loophole starts coming out with some sick handgun optics or not. But there's some other cool. I'm sure there's. I don't know. I really have not looked into it, so I'm talking on my ass right now. But I'm sure there's some decent handgun scopes out there still. But I don't really want I don't really need anything that's super magnifying. I just want.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, I definitely don't need anything crazy. I don't know. We'll have to see. What's going on. I really have not looked into it. I should look into it more before I start talking about it. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks. But no, what I'll put on it first would probably be just a good old fashioned red dot and let her rip with that.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be a good idea.
Because we're talking, most of the shots are going to be 100 yards in it anyways, so should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've got a 45-70 that I'm ready to bust out if they start doing this stuff. So I take it every now and then. It's a single shot, and I've killed a few does with it. Actually, the only buck that I killed this year, I killed with it. I was hunting some thick stuff, and I was like, I'll just take that 45-70. I'm glad I did, because I blowed through a cedar tree when I shot him. But
blew through a cedar tree.
oh yeah, like straight through some limbs.
Nice.
And he was chasing a doe, and I don't know. I was like, now or never, and I did it, and I was like, I've got a hole right there. Well, it wasn't as clear as I thought it was, but it didn't. I mean, it nailed him. He went 20 yards and died. But
Yep.
I was glad. I don't think I could have done that with another bullet. I mean, a 300 grain hollow point. So
those 45-70s they are ruthless, absolutely ruthless. Yes. They're nuts, and I get why we used them in the military for so long, because they don't fuck around. That's for sure.
No.
What kind of 45-70 is it?
That's a CVA Scout.
Oh, okay.
Like a V2.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
They make one of those in 35 Whelen. I was looking at getting me one of them actually, but
yeah,
I have more freedom with if I were to put in a handgun form, so I could use it.
Yeah.
I could use that same handgun during Iowa's gun season, and I could also use it during Iowa's muzzleloader season. So
yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for getting one of them.
Yeah, because unfortunately with the government laws and stuff, I can't get a CVA Scout and just chop the buttstock off and chop the barrel down. That's illegal. So
yep,
can't do that. So I might as well just buy a handgun and go that route. But what's funny actually with the Contender back in the day, did you remember hearing about the Supreme Court case that came down with their Contenders?
No, huh?
So back in the day, I think it was like 97. I think it was 90. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 97 when this happened. So Thompson Center made the Contender as a single shot break action handgun, and they came up with some other cool stuff. So they came up with because the whole thing with the Contender is that you can swap out the barrels and change calibers, right? So you can shoot like a 22 one day, and then the next day you can put on and shoot a 308. So they out of the same platform, just change the barrels. And they came up with this other stuff this new thing where they sold longer barrels, like over 16 inches. So it'd be a rifle barrel. And then they sold butt stocks that you could put on instead of you could slip that bad boy on. So you turn the same thing, the same handgun, you could turn it into a rifle, right?
Yep.
So the ATF caught wind of that. And they're like, oh, well, shit, what if they just had a handgun barrel on it still and then put a buttstock on it? That's an SBR. So the ATF came down and told Thompson Center, like, bah, you're illegal. No more. Can't do that. And so Thompson Center was like, well, we're not selling them like that. We're not selling them to make SBRs. We're just, it's like we're just selling different things. It's just we have this interchangeability, so we want to maximize it and make. If people want to make it into a rifle, they can. Then make it back down into a handgun, they can, in the same platform. And the ATF told them that they can't do that anymore. So they took them So Thompson Center actually took them to court and made it all the way up to the Supreme Court. And Thompson Center actually won. So the Supreme Court ruled in Thompson Center's favor and basically told the ATF to pound sand. So that's pretty cool.
Nah, I did not know that.
Yeah. So TC, they have a really good track record, in my opinion, because they took the government to court and won. So that's pretty cool.
That is good. Yeah. No, I had no idea. Yeah, I'd never heard about that. That's the thing though, like who's gonna take a Contender and like go wreak havoc, with that? Like what?
I know. That's what I was thinking. Like it's a single shot break action fucking gun, dude. Like I'm sorry. Like I get it. But that's kind of what they want us to use anyways. They want to get rid of the high capacity magazines and quote unquote assault rifles and stuff. They're like, oh, can't ever.
You think they'd have just left that alone? Yeah,
you think they would have just left it alone, but like, oh, actually, we should support that and promote that instead. But no, nothing's ever good. Now and that right there is the epitome of, it's never enough. When it comes to gun control, it's never enough. Like you give up one thing, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna find more things to get mad about, more things to take away from us if we give any more. So that's why I stand firmly on the ground of not anymore. Like not one more inch. Don't give up any more of our gun rights. We're done. And matter of fact, I think we should be actively fighting to get more of our rights back. So that's what we should be doing, because the best defense is a good offense, and they know that. So, but yes, sir. Well, hey, we've been going on like about an hour and a half now, and it's starting to get pretty late. So you want to go ahead and fucking say goodbyes?
Yeah,
That's the worst segue I ever had into like a see you later, But is there anything you wanted to end with, like any helpful safety tips, or where people can find you or whatever else?
Oh, don't bait turkeys.
I like it, dude. I like that. Don't bait turkeys.
Yeah.
All right,
Summertime's coming up. Wear your life jacket.
Yep,
That's
there you go.
it.
Yeah, you're getting into water season here pretty soon, aren't you?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend kind of kicks that off, and I'll be on the water from there till Labor Day weekend probably.
Yeah, well, I'll be hunting bears, so there's that.
Oh, yeah. Must be no.
Hey, you can go too, motherfucker. All right.
I know.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be cool. Wyoming, hunting bears. It'll be fun. We'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah. If anything, the weather will be nice.
Yeah, can't be a bad time. That's for sure. So.
No.
All right, Dustin. I appreciate you hopping on, man, talking with me, and just talking shit a little bit. So appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. No, thanks for having me.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.